vet. I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was a dude, boy, that wasn't running. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Shout out to the moon.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Rams and the Ravens coming up next.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Linebacker Patrick.
Let's go, DJ.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively,
Let's go, slob.
got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And bulldozing his way through. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line.
Touchdown, Rams! Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game is going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
And oh, right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. He's got room to run past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the hole?
And this is, oh, my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham. .43 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Get ready. Get ready.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side, a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. So a pick-6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was different.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's across for 2 points. What a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for L.A. They'll run on 1st down. Akers, give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it 21-8. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaway.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case...
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, LA. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, normally the first thing most fans think of with Odell Beckham are the one-handed catches, right? But he's also pretty darn good, Charles, with the ball already in his hands.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Open man Watkins. Touchdown, Baltimore. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first down, Stafford here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Final play of the half here. It's rush coming, and he's taken down. So we've come to halftime. It's an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. The return is Duvernay. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a run with Akers. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eye.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return is Duvernay. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
He's got a man complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson on the move to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them,
And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Stafford forced out to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
They snap it to Stafford. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Rams add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return is Duvernay. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Dancing to his left. There he goes left side. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 99 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On the give, this is Akers. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give, running right is Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Odell Beckham, 32 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. Oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of? And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Offside. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. On the counter, this is Akers. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go again here with Akers. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situation.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Flush to his right. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. There to make the grab. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. And he shows some mobility there, getting outside the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
He had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? He said he moved to the right, had his vision there, and put a nice pass into the end zone for a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead down to 18. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st down, Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Stafford going to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.